Hello, everybody. Welcome to Chocolates, the Chocolate Series, Volume 7. Yeah, more chocolates. Yay! No response to
Are you
me.
on
We're
crack?
so we're going over quite a few chocolates today, and some of them I have never tried before, so I did not exactly know what to expect from them. And there's one that surprised me that I remember liking that I will get into it when we get into it. But yeah, there's some standouts today that kind of surprised me. Lady Liberty's super excited for this. She wants to do 7,000 more episodes like this one.
You want to die.
All right. So here we go. We'll start off. Start off with our low to, we always do a low to lowest to highest ranking, worst to first. So on scale from 1 to 10 as usual. But here we go. We got sorry about this, Flavorah, but red velvet cake Flavorah. I got a semi-dry, darker sort of cake. It's even kind of iffy if it's cake, some kind of bakery-ish thing. Artificial, not hitting the realistic vibes for me at all. 3 of 10 on that one. I just couldn't go higher.
All right, so I also gave this one a 3 of 10. I got a dry, funky bakery, not distinctly a cake, and I'm not getting any of the chocolate notes.
It's very
None.
unfortunate. Yeah, it's a darker, almost chocolatey notes in there, but I didn't get anything truly chocolate. Um, Now this next one surprised me because I've had this since it came out, and I swear I liked it better when it came out. Don't know if it's maybe, and it's not very old, so it might be an age thing, but maybe this one does not shelf life well. Maybe. Or I somehow did not taste this, and I don't know how. Okay, so I got red velvet cake from Wonder Flavors. Um, I'm getting a strange tanginess like out of it. It's a strange, weird tanginess. There's a cake in there, but that tanginess is like a bitter tanginess is taking over. And I've had, like I said, I had this since its release, and I don't remember this off note in the release. I remember liking this after the release, so I'm not sure what's going on here. But I retested this. I checked it right straight out of the thing. I made sure everything, checked it out, double checked it, triple checked it. It's definitely just the way it tastes. 3 of 10 also.
I also, sorry, Frank, gave this one a 3 of 10. I got a bad, tangy, earthy note, like someone didn't wash the beets and forgot the chocolate. It's got like a dry, dry bakery note. Super dry.
I wonder if this is a short shelf life flavoring. I wonder if that could be a possibility. But the flavoring I have is not like it's super old. That's not. It's a fairly recent release, and it definitely has a couple releases ago, and it's just not doing it. It's not like I keep my flavorings in a bad spot either. They stay nice and cool. So I don't know what happened there, but no, that's not good. Um, all right, moving on. Chocolate from LA. Bright artificial chocolate with artificial sort of citrusy-ish kind of note. It's a bright note, kind of almost citrus, but not quite. 4 of 10. It's just very artificial, not like a good artificial chocolate. This is like, you know, like having a 4-year-old trying to draw off your designs to try and uh to take to work with you. Yeah, kind of feeling.
Okay. I also gave this one a 4. It's dry and it's bitter. I didn't get that citrusy note that Tim's talking about. I just got a dry, bitter, not quite chocolate something.
Yeah, see, a citrus note
And
is the bitter. I think that we're getting the same note, just calling it different.
I found that I had like a powdery sensation left behind on my tongue with this one as well.
Yeah, there was an
It was very
aftertaste.
off-putting.
It could be used. Would I recommend it? Highly not. I wouldn't grab this one either unless it's your only option. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. Moving on. Now we're out of those all of those ones that are kind of letdowns, and I would recommend not getting. Now we're into the ones that if you got them, get them. And if it's what you need to grab, go ahead. They're okay, at least from now on. Doubled Dutch chocolate from Flavor West. I get like a really dry knockoff Tootsie Roll. Um, has wicked artificial off notes. Smells amazing. I mean, I'm not kidding. This one I had high hopes for off the smell alone, even when I was mixing up the testers all the way through, and then I tasted it. It's like it's disappointing. Sadly, it's not as good as it smells. Now, if you're looking for a something to put in a candle or a diffuser, oh yeah. But if you're looking for something to vape or flavor wise, it's yeah, dry knockoff Tootsie Roll, 5 of 10.
I also gave this one a 5 of 10. Um, I agree. It smelled amazing, and I was so looking forward to this one. I was like, a good one.
Hmm.
Yeah. I got a creamy milk chocolate, but I also got eraser. Like it tasted like somebody dipped an eraser in chocolate and gave it to me to chew on. It was not pleasant, to say the least.
Unfortunate because man, the way that smelled, I thought we had a winner. Really did. I mean, it's not like it's bad.
Yeah,
It's just not a
please.
winner. White chocolate peppermint liquid barn. Get a very, very, very watered down, watery white chocolate with a nice peppermint finish. 5 of 10. I mean, it's not like unusable, but that white chocolate's very disappointing. The peppermint's nice. So if you're looking for a peppermint, but the thing is, thickening up that white chocolate, that might be tricky. So 5 of 10. I don't know exactly what you're going to do. Go ahead.
I gave this one a 6 of 10. This one to me was like someone took a candy cane and dipped it in a very thin white chocolate melt. I think if you added a little Flavorah white chocolate, that would be pretty knocked out of
Maybe,
the park
maybe,
myself, but
maybe.
yeah, I
That
gave it
is
a 6.
really thin, watery, like white chocolate vibe to it. But that peppermint is nice. Okay. Next. Now here's where we're going to get to one for controversial for some people. Okay. I apologize, but we have to go with what we taste. A mega chocolate from Flavor Jungle. Milk chocolate with an off note that borderlines pencil shaving notes, but it's not quite pencil shaving notes. It's like an artificial note that kind of bends towards that way, but it's not quite the same thing. I think this is because this is a blend of chocolates. I think this was a bunch of chocolates that were trying to cover up notes, and it just created a even stranger, mild off note. But it didn't punch through enough of that milk chocolate to cover it up to make it higher than 5 of 10 for me.
I thought you gave it a 6.
Nope,
Oh,
5.
you gave that one a 5?
Yep.
Well, I also gave this one a 6.
Wait,
It's
also, also. Oh,
what?
you said also.
Because we're on the Omega chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Um, can I go now? Okay. I got a kind of thick creaminess, a rich chocolate, but there is something off about it. I didn't quite get pencil shavings the way Tim did, but there is something definitely there that's a little bit off-putting.
It tastes kind of like there's a pencil shaving note, but it's covered by something else that's also artificial. It's kind of the off notes did stack. That's what I was afraid of in this one because it is made from other chocolates. This is made probably out of older school chocolates and trying to make a better version of out of them. A version's usable. It is usable, but we do have better options available for milk chocolate without all those weird covered off notes, which are showing up, which was my fear with that flavor. Maybe at one time it is necessary. Now it's not so much. So, anyways, moving on. Chocolate chip cookie dough from Flavor Jungle. Margarine heavy cookie that tastes like it has got a cooked burnt edge. That's an off note there. Sorry, it's not supposed. It's supposed to be cookie dough. Shouldn't have a cooked note in it. That bugs me a little. That's why I didn't get a higher rating. and hints of what wants to be chocolate chips. And I kind of sort of get it. It's almost chocolate chunks, like almost there. So it isn't bad. My problem with it is mostly the margarine's really heavy, which you can get that in cookie dough, really heavy margarine. But this is like someone put 4 times as much as you have in it. But my big issue is that cooked burnt edge. It's supposed to be dough. It shouldn't have a cooked burnt edge. 6 of 10 because of that. It's not a bad flavor, but it has its issues.
I gave this one a 6 of 10 as well. I got a decent cookie. It's a bit more of an oatmeal sugar cookie kind of vibe to me as opposed to a chocolate chip cookie. But I definitely got a very little bit of chocolate chip, like they threw some in at the end, but didn't put a lot in. And again, it has that cook note. If it didn't have that cook note, I think I would have gone
Uh,
for more like a 7 on this.
so you
But
did get the cooked note too. Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, good.
had that
I was
juicy.
hoping that that wasn't just me. Uh, it's definitely a cooked note in a cookie dough. That shouldn't be there. All right. So next. Well, actually, did you have any more sixes?
Nope,
Okay.
nope.
Next, I got lava cake from Liquor Barn. Gooey chocolate cake. It's actually not bad. I know this is the later version, and I have never tried the original, or I think I might have, maybe. It's supposed to be better. This is not bad. It is a gooey chocolate cake. It is what it's supposed to be. I've heard the original had a much better gooey center and maybe a little bit more butteriness to it, which would have been delightful, by the way. But 7 of
Yeah.
10. I mean, this is what it's supposed to be.
I also gave this one a 7. I'm getting a decent chocolate cake, a bit gooey, but really it's missing that fudgy inside
Mm.
part, which really sucks, but
From what I understand, the original formula did have that, is what
well,
I've
I
been
want the
told.
original formula back then.
Me too, but it's not bad. Um,
It's
Next up,
usable.
I have, yeah, definitely 7 of 10. I was actually recommended for cake. It's not bad. It's got that gooiness to it. I like that. It's just not super gooey. So I got fudge brownie from TFA, TPA, TFA, whichever you prefer. A dry fudge brownie. Emphasis on the dry part. This needs a cream. Does need a cream. Can't help it. No way around it. It's so dry. But it is a really accurate fudge brownie flavor. So 7 of 10. If it wasn't so dry, this would be like the go-to. That is, it kind of is anyway, but yeah, 7 of 10 on this one. Just really dry, unfortunately.
I also gave this one a 7. It's super dry dark chocolate fudge brownie. There's no other way to describe it. It's exactly what it is. Yes, it's dry, and yes, you've got to play with it with creams and stuff to get that dryness to go away a little bit, but it's not that hard to bend, to be honest with you.
And to add to that, mixing with it, if you add the right creams,
It's a
it is
delight.
delicious. Yeah. So it is possible to do that too. So, and last but not least, I have Girly Cookies chocolate mints from 101. I got dark chocolate with a dark chocolate minty crisp cookie. The biggest issue with this one is that the cookie part is a little darker, well, a lot darker than it really should be. Like darker cooked or darker chocolatey, everything about it is, it's a little dark compared to a Girl Scout Thin Mint, but it's not a bad starting point, and it's definitely not a horrible, even one shot situation. It's not bad. It's actually pretty decent. 7 of 10 still, because yeah, unfortunately that cookie didn't hit the exact mark. But it could I vape this? Oh yeah, I can vape this. A little sweetener. Yeah, I can vape this.
I also gave this one a 7. I got a dry wafery chocolate cookie with a nice strong creamy mint. It it's pretty much spot on a Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie. If you've had one of those, you pretty much know what this tastes like.
Yeah, for me, the mintiness, I did say chocolatey minty crisp because it comes in for me kind of in the cookie when I taste the cookie is when I'm tasting the mint. It's like coming through with the cookie part. It's not bad. That's actually not bad at all. That's it for this episode of the chocolate series. There are more coming. We mixed up another 20 tonight. So yeah. Yay. So yeah, that's it for this episode, volume 7 of the chocolate series. Couple of them were disappointing. One that really is blowing me away because I remember a completely different taste when I tested it last time. So I am wondering if it might be, unfortunately, some flavors just don't have a much of a shelf life, and that might be one of them. So maybe beware on buying a big bottle of that at a time. Buy
See,
them and go.
I never single flavor tested that one before, but I remember you mixing something with it and it was delicious.
It was. And maybe that's just it. But I remember single flavor testing it. I don't remember getting all those off notes. I just don't remember them. Or it might just be one of those ones that mixes well, doesn't taste well, single flavor. That's possible too.
Could be.
Could be. Um, and since I've tested that, I've tested so many flavors. My palate is a little more picky than it used to be. Oh, it's a lot more picky than it used to be.
Yeah,
One of the
me
reasons why
too.
I can't give a 9 or a 10 very often because I am picky. I want it to taste like it's supposed to taste. The less off notes, the better it's going to rank in this series because it's always going to make a better mix if you don't have to cover it. Just how it is.
True.
Anyhow, that's not saying you can't cover off notes and make them work. You can. It's just sometimes it's a lot easier not to have to. So, welcome to next week. Volume 8 will be coming along. Yay. She looks excited. And join us if you want to mix along this next weekend on Saturday for toffees and barks and brittles. It's going to be just one of those episodes where you do the toffee bark brittle stuff, the hard, crunchy, like anything kind of candy slash peanut butter tea things, whatever you want, toffees, yummy stuff.
And no BFF, I'm not making you peanut brittle. I already told him.
All right, everybody, have a great week. Bye.